And we're back to another episode of Let's Play. I'm your host, Nick Legato. And I thought I'd pull out another classic, though this is a remake of a classic. And I was mentioning it in my last LP, which was Final Fantasy VII. I was talking about a game that was considered probably the hardest, one of the harder genres of RPGs out there, next to the romancing sagas and all that stuff. And I made a comment about the Wild Arms series, and I said to myself, you know, it is a very tough RPG to enjoy. It's definitely a genre in its own. And so I said to myself, I said, you know, maybe let's pull it out. Let's pull out a Wild Arms game. So I said to myself, let's do it. And I put a lot of thought into it, because whenever you commit to a Wild Arms game, you're committing to just getting through the storyline plot stuff 60 hours. I've seen people commit like 200 hours to this game. Myself, I don't have the patience for that, so don't expect that from me at all. As you can see, the emulation here is not the best, because there's an issue with the dialogue boxes that I've been unable to fix no matter what I do. But I'm not too concerned about it. So anyway, we are actually opening here. This is the opening scene, something like a background story. So apparently it looks like this castle's under attack. And they think that the enemy is after the arch here, so whatever could that mean? They came to get my arch? Yeah, they came to castrate your balls? I don't... Don't let them take my balls. Don't let them do it. The arch... Is it arch or arc? I think it's arch. Should be arch. Oh, Nina, your leg. AKA got his ass kicked. Oh! Talk about gibbed. Apparently something very powerful and angry. Greetings. I am the demon El Hazard. Well, El Hazard sounds to me like it would be Middle Eastern. And yet here I am right in front of you. But I'm afraid I simply don't have time for this nonsense. Let's get down to business. Okay, I'm gonna stop, because that is just so wrong on so many levels. Actually, that's not even Middle Eastern. That's like Indian. Oh God! Just please spare my life. Don't kill me. I'm a man of small genitals. I'm sorry, my friend. All I can give you in return is a painless death. Alright, enough of that. You will have to live with it. Yeah, I totally blew that one. Yeah, he's supposed to sound Middle Eastern, and I totally went into, like, 7-Eleven style Indian dude. And I know I'm gonna get shit for that, but oh well. No tag backs. I do all my videos live! And what's the word I'm looking for? Recorded here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, we know there's no more Commander. Hey, Garrett, you're a bigger coward than I thought. You have no courage. You're probably thinking of a way to defeat the demon even now. Yeah, big words there, Garrett. Uh-huh. Don't step in the bullshit. Look at your terrible wound. It's not as bad as yours, oh Nina. Lick my wound. Lick my wound! It's on my genitals. Our tender moment, my ass. What a loser. He's too slow. Fast predators, slow knights. I spilled honey on my armor. You were the one who said wasting your life is not courage. Well, I guess also getting gibbed is about the same, isn't it? Something important to me, I won't gain anything, but I will not lose anything. Sounds pretty simple. I don't want to lose you, Garrett. You're my love. You're my lover. I love you. I want to do you. I'm just a jackass. Big words. Let's see if you can back them up, sweet cheeks. Uh-oh. There you are. It was not easy finding you. You are the last humans left in the castle. It's your turn to die now. Okay. I gotta stop that. I really do. That's fucked up. I don't know. I don't think so. If you can't have a sense of humor about stereotypes, then you don't have a sense of humor. That's what I have to say about that. Blow it up your ass. Don't look back. There is no way out. You are noble and beautiful. Can't you see my body is trembling with joy? You know, yeah, totally. If anything, he probably just sounds like a Darth Vader type evil bad guy. But where's the fun in that? Fail! No! You can hear the screaming coming from even further away. The scream that transcends time. Did that thing have a face? A few years later. Whatever that means. So let's do this. Let's play of Wild Arms Alter Code F. I'm your host, Nick Legato. Wild Arms Alter Code F, and that's a demo. Wild Arms in general. Will it not let me go back up there? You whore. There we go. Wild Arms in general, guys. Wild Arms Alter Code F is the remake of the first Wild Arms. Wild Arms came out in one of the earliest PlayStation RPGs. I think it possibly predates Final Fantasy VII by like a few months. It was the pioneering of a brand new concept in gaming. It was in a sense, Final Fantasies prior to this one did so well that people were shooting RPGs out of their assholes like it was nothing, and Age Tech was no exclusion to that. They came out with Wild Arms as their flagship RPG, and it was insanely successful while people were waiting for Final Fantasy VII to come out, arguably. And when it came out, it was underappreciated, I think, at first, because people saw it and said, what, a Western-style RPG? How dare you? But when it came out, it was insanely successful and started a huge following. And holy dear lord, she has huge tits. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. As I said, it was a pioneer to a large amount of RPGs, and it kind of started its own series, because of how successful it was, always kind of balancing itself out between the next Final Fantasy game. With 2 PS1 games and 3 PS2 games, including a tactics game for the PSP. And there is rumor that there is a Wild Arms 6 in production. It hasn't been consistent. I haven't seen it be consistent, really, but I hope it sticks. We'll see. I have to say my favorite Wild Arms games are probably the first 3. What the order is negligible. Wild Arms 3 was pretty good. Wild Arms 2 was actually very neat. And then the final Wild Arms, the first one is definitely the origin. You can tell where the game gets a lot of its origins, per se. But this is, like I said, a PS2 version. This is not the original Wild Arms. This is the remake, the very unsung remake, that introduced new graphics, obviously new characters, and it's in full 3D throughout the entire game. The world map's in 2D, and the battles were in a kind of a really blocky 3D, worse than the graphics of Final Fantasy VII, if you want to think about it that way. So this is definitely a great way to go, because when you see Wild Arms 2, it's done in the same kind of manner. They never did a remake of that game, unfortunately. And I will be doing that one probably as well as the third one. 4 and 5 depends on if I have the patience, because the series started taking a nosedive around there. So, you know, to each his own, but that's where I started drawing the line of which Wild Arms games I really wanted to play. Unfortunately, that's just how I feel about it. Hey, you can finish up now. Thank you very much. The ranch looks twice as big now that you've cleaned it. You got my one horse, you know. I hired you through our village chief, but I didn't expect you to work so hard. Oh, I still don't know your name. I keep calling you boy. Tell me, what's your name? Rick James. No, we're going to just stick with Rudy. Rudy should be sufficient. Okay. Then Rudy is what I'll call you. That's a good, strong name for a strong boy. Okay, well, then, I know you're a wanderer. Well, you know, we don't need to keep hearing, this bullshit, you know. What? Paid in heel berries? The fuck do I look like? Shit. Much for your work today. I will ask you help again, I'm sure. Okay, here's the deal. Now that we've gotten those berries, really quick, guys. As much as I complained about how shitty of an item that payment that is, there is a finite amount of items in this game, especially considering healing berries, and you don't get really decent healing magic until a certain juncture. I think that was a heal berry. I wasn't really paying it. I was moving too fast. So with that in mind, I'm telling you up front, don't waste them. Try to avoid wasting them as much as possible. Now, there's a lot of scattered heal berries around here. You may want to examine all the barrels that you can find, because you will find a lot of goodies if you look. Now, we don't have a means of doing anything quite yet. Let's see. Let's take a look. Rudy begins at level 3. That's good to know. We don't care about the rest of that. We don't have our first tool, and I'll explain that when it becomes relevant. It's not really relevant yet. Tony, thank you for your hard work. Do you know about holy berries? Never heard of it. That's what I thought. A holy berry is a very effective herb which people say grow in a cave near here. When used, any injured person can be healed and their strength revived. If I only had a holy berry. No, it's nothing. Never mind. Okay, well, it seems this little shitbird wants one. Anything here? Healing, another heal berry. The problem is the item grab is the same as running, because you can sprint, as you can see. Which, who wouldn't want to? It helps you move faster. Let's go ahead and explore a bit this home for some goodies. Hello, Rudy. You seem to be settling in well. Understand that your horses are thriving under your care. There must be something I can give you to show our gratitude. Okay. Berry Cave, west of the village. Remember those things when they come up. And I'm not fucking around. When you see those little things in green or red, whatever color come up, remember what exactly it said. It's west of this village. Just telling you up front, because I don't want to hear your whining shit later. Did he just give them to me, or do I gotta get them from a barrel and I wasn't... There's another fruit. Yeah, fruit. No, I don't want to use those, thank you. Okay, it's not in there, so... I missed what he said. I guess for not fucking paying attention. Is there a chest? I think it's in a chest. Must be in the next room. That or I'm on drugs. Yeah, there it is. That's what I get for not fucking paying attention. Search. We get a bomb! So like I said, in this game there's tools, and this game is notorious for having bombs. For having tools. Because, and the game's notorious for, using these tools to solve dungeon-based puzzles. It's actually, in my opinion, one of the first RPGs to do this well. Be the source of a great movie, but now it's just a den of monsters. I don't know what we should do. Keep it a secret for now. Explain to the villagers later. We don't want to start a panic. Yeah. Alright, ladies, let me show you how a man does it. Yeah. Fucking pansy. You know. Like I'm gonna really do what he tells me to do. You know I'm totally going. Because that's what real men do. We go and save the day. Other than this, unlike that mangina. Let's go ahead and head up here. Because there's stuff up here. Whether it's in a box or not. I know there's something on the patio, but... Rather... Not patio, but the balcony. I figured I'd check in the room first. Fuckers. We see a revived fruit, which is exactly what you think it is. It's like a phoenix down. As heal berries are like potions. Alright, let's go ahead and head outside and blow up some boxes that we saw out there. Just saying. Let's see, where's an explodable box? I think this over here. Okay, or not. There is a... Ow. Who put that there? I think there's a way to get to that barrel. If not, this doesn't... I forget if... Do I have to go through that barn over there? Or I just don't have the tools to get there yet. It's been a while since I've played this game, so it'll take a while to come back to me. But I believe we actually need a special tool to get to some of the stuff around here. We can go in here, examine the barrels, nothing, obviously. Anything over here? The bookshelves sometimes have stuff for you to read. Zephyr, if you want to read this stuff, you're welcome to. It's not like you need to. And if there is something that you do have to read, I will let you guys know for sure. Let's go ahead and head inside the barn here. Into the barn we go. Let's see. Anything interesting? Not much we can do there. You can't blow it up or anything. As I left bombs, you can see that we're kind of screwed in that regard. So don't waste any time with it. Let's go ahead and head through here. We'll be able to get that chest later, guys. Just don't worry about it. In due course, of course. Alright, now that we've done everything that we can do, we're going to obviously go and save the day. But before we go ahead and start risking our lives for people we barely even frickin' know, I believe we can go back here. There's nothing in the well. Remember that hole there for later. Has to do with the chest that we saw. And you may even be able to put 2 and 2 together in due time. These little red parrots here are your save points. I would definitely recommend saving frequently, you know, to make sure that, you know, good things come, and if bad things do, you can always reload. Now, if I miss stuff along the way, guys, just deal with it. This game has so much shit in it. It's absolutely insane. Okay, just saying. There's a lot of enemies out here that are, you know, somewhat important, but I'm not going to make a big deal of it because there are other things I'd rather do. Trust me, there's some neat random battles that will give you, like, bonus levels, all kinds of shit. Now, this world's map works differently than any other RPG you've probably ever played. As you traverse the world, you have to press the square button in order to find other locations. You don't just see them out on the field. You actually have to find them. So, I'm just saying, you're going to want to do that. So, now that we've done that, and here we are in a random battle, may as well show it. Not much to show, you know. So, you have many options here. Status, system, auto. You can actually change, I think, gear and stuff that's equipped. So, but we're not going to deal with that. We're going to go ahead and shoot these gobs, or goblins, rather. Oh, yeah, we dodged. Now, pay attention here. Rudy's got HP. He has no MP at all. Oh yeah, critical. But he has FP. Now, FP levels up as you take damage and dish out damage. It's called the force level gauge. Don't worry too much about it now. We're not going to focus on it too much, but just letting you know. And the more damage and killing and offensive stuff a character does, the more experience point rates they get. Gela's the gold. Experience is fucking experience. And vitality is what replenishes your health after every battle. So, and you can restore that throughout the game, but we'll talk about that as it becomes more relevant. Right now, it's not too relevant. But, you know what? I probably needed to take care of something first, but Tony's alright. All who give Sir Village are prohibited from going to this cave. What should we do? That's right. I'm not bound by your lame laws. So we'll enter the Berry Cave and rescue Tony. He gives us 3 lucky cards. Don't use any of them. And he gives us a migrant seal. Whatever you do, don't use them. It'll be explained later why you don't want to. But let's go back outside, because there's a few things we might want to do. This game is one of the few RPGs you will ever hear me say you might want to grind a little. And I mean very little amounts. And it's only really in the beginning. We're going to go ahead and get Rudy up to level 6. So we're going to gain about 3 levels out here. I'm going to go ahead and do that. If I run into any unique enemies that you need to be aware of as the players, you know, I'll let you know. But for the most part, you know, shouldn't be too much going on, as we got a nice counterattack kill in there and all that good stuff. You know, I'll show a few battles so you guys get the gist of the mechanics. I'll tell you right now, as you can see, there's obviously going to be more characters than just Rudy in this battle team. But Rudy tends to be the slowest. But he hits, at the same time, he hits the hardest. So, just some things to think about as we fight another lame-ass gob. And he's probably going to run away, yeah. So we get no experience, I think, when they do that. Which is kind of a shame, but whatever. When you saw the different exclamation points, a red exclamation point means it's a surprise attack. There's nothing you can do about it. A white exclamation point actually means you can avoid the battle at the cost of a count on the endurance counter in the top left corner. You see this little orange, yellowish bar going across with little notches, with little square blocks in the meter. It costs, depending on how hard the battle is, depends on how much it affects your encounter rate bar, which can also be replenished either after battle or by picking up certain colored crystals for it. I believe in this one. So you do want to keep on the lookout for them as it becomes relevant. Okay, cool. 1 HP from to the next level. When it's a green exclamation point, it means the enemies are so weak that they're not even worth fighting. We'll start exploiting the green exclamation point around level 30, level 40. That's when the enemies are that pathetic. That there is nothing you would ever imagine doing that would make it worth having to waste time fighting those enemy types. As we are now fighting a Malcolm who? Malcolm is actually one of the enemies in question here. I forget what his thing is. It has to do with Gela getting money, but I don't think there's much we can do about it. He's usually going to escape or some crap. As we missed. He's not even attacking us. He's mocking us. You whore. Can we even... I don't even think we can hit him. Oh, there's a hit. Nice. Didn't kill him, though. See what... Well, yeah, and then he escapes. I think Gela-wise, we get how much Gela we hit him for, I think. Shit, we got nothing. Okay, that means you have to kill him. I forget. There's something really special about that enemy. He's one of the special ones, and it has to do with, depending on how hard you hit him, depends on how much Gela you get, and how many turns it takes. If it comes back to me, I'll let you guys know, but like I said, right now, we're not strong enough to even deal with it. And yes, you can go and sprint on the world map, if you were wondering. Like I said, this is going to take a while. I guess the one other thing I could talk about are things like stats. I guess we'll talk about stats. And when you level up your vitality gauge and health recover and all that stuff. So let's talk about Rudy really quick since I have some time left. This will be a short episode, 30 minutes, instead of the usual 45er. Let's look at Rudy here as a character. Rudy is definitely, like I said earlier, he's a heavy-hitting fighter. And he excels at taking hits and dishing them out. His resistance, magic, and reaction time are all crap in comparison to other characters. His accuracy and evasion are about in the middle. Nothing too special there either, but, you know, that's kind of what you would expect. Let's see. What else do we need to know? That's his special ability. Let's see. Well, Rudy's force abilities are kind of based on his special ability, which is he has an arm on him. Now we don't see much of that, but it has to do with his cartridge, and we have boosted shells, so that has to do with that. And but Rudy's special cartridges for his arm are that you get different ones throughout the game and whatnot. And special cartridges replenish ammo, and he also gets his ammo reloaded when he levels, or rests at in you know, things like that. But he has no MP because nothing he does requires MP. So anyway, Rudy, like I said, he's very much a hardcore fighter. There's not much really to him. It's a very easy character to use. What gets him a little tricky is what cartridges you want to use in battle with him, as he finds more special cartridges, and making sure that you don't run out of certain cartridges kind of when you need them. Most cartridges are solely going to be used in boss battles or in very, very nasty single battles, but most of the time only in boss battles. Should you ever need to use them outside of that, would be a very rare occurrence, except towards endgame, where you get AoE shells and things like that, and you got to fight large amounts of enemies and things like that. So those are exceptions to the rule, but not large ones for the most part, as we fought a useless little shit there. Maybe I'll go into the woods and see what I can fight over there. Instead of fighting goblins all the time, rather fight something that's a little bit more dangerous, maybe. We'll see what else is here. We got 30 seconds left before I'm going to end the episode. Oh look, we got a preemptive. That's always good, since Rudy's so frickin' slow. Though the goblin will probably run away now that I've gotten... Yeah, he'll run away, little chicken shit bastard. May even have to go to the berry cave to get a more decent challenge. So anyways, guys, on the next episode of Wild Arms 1 Alter Code F, we will be pursuing our very first dungeon now that I've given you kind of the synopsis of the character that we have here and a little bit of how the gameplay works. So we'll see you on the next episode. Let's play Wild Arms 1 Alter Code F. See you guys there. Now you're gonna die, little goblin. Bitch, please. And that ends the battle. We'll see you guys then.